Hey y'all, it's Coach K, Black Business Month, Kingdom Marketplace. We need to talk about the biggest emergency facing black businesses in 2026 that nobody else is talking to us about. I need to ask every single entrepreneur one question. When somebody asks artificial intelligence to recommend a business that provides what you provide, will AI recommend your business? Not can you use ChatGPT? Not can you make an AI picture? Not can you generate a social media caption? I'm asking something completely different. I'm asking when a customer says, find me a caterer near me, recommend a commercial cleaning company in Atlanta. Who provides leadership training to nonprofit executives? Where can I find a black owned business that sells this product? Which ministry provides youth programs in my community? Which nonprofit can help this family? Will ChatGPT, will Gemini, will Google, will AI, Perplexity, will any of these artificial intelligence systems understand enough about your business, your ministry, your nonprofit, your organization to include it in the answer? Or will you be completely overlooked? Not because you're unqualified, not because your product and service isn't phenomenal, not because you don't serve people exceptionally well, but because the internet does not clearly explain who you are, what you do, whom you serve, what problem you solve, and where you provide that solution. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest emergency facing black businesses in 2026 that nobody is talking enough about. Can AI understand your business? Now, we experienced COVID. Business went from brick and mortar to click and order. And people who had 10, 20, 30 years worth of valuable community experience were thrusted into a new age of business that nobody told them about, prepared them for. And guess what? Wave number two, officially, May 19th, 2026, Google officially announced what it called a new era in AI search. Google introduced a more intelligent search experience, expanded agents capable of researching information, comparing possibilities, and helping people take action. Google describes AI mode as the biggest upgrade in search in its history. Now wait a minute, because I might date myself, but I remember when Google was a noun before it became a verb. You used to go online and look something up on Google. Now you just Google it. That's not accidental or coincidental. Google's intentionally positioned itself as the 800-pound gorilla of information dissemination, i.e., the trendsetter. So when Google announced, says in essence, it's no longer functioning as a search engine, but an AI recommendation agent, that's a big deal that needs to be effectively broken down to the business community, especially my folk. Y'all know I love y'all almost as much as the Father on behalf of the Father. Listen, I'm not saying that Google has shut down search. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm saying that the blue links, they're not disappearing overnight, but they're going away. All right. I'm not saying that SEO, search engine optimization, is all of a sudden useless, but it's got a lot less impact than it once did. Google itself says that foundational SEO, search engine optimization practices still matter. Listen to me, lean in its generative AI experiences. But at the center, at the core, the internet as we understand it, particularly when it comes to digital marketing, is fundamentally shifting. The old internet, as we looked at, kind of touched on, was built around keywords, right? We played a digital game of Scrabble. We stuffed these disjointing words, add words, keywords into websites and social media and ads. Why? Because customers type 2, 3, 4 words into a box, and Google gave a person a page of links, and the customer opened the links. They read the websites, they compared the companies, and they made a decision. Now people speak to artificial intelligence conversationally. They can describe the complete problem. They can ask AI to research the possibilities. They can ask it to compare companies. They can ask it to narrow options. They can ask, who is most appropriate for me? Search gave a list. Perplexity, ChatGPT, these AI agents, they're increasingly helping people interpret the need, and then they're recommending companies. Are they recommending yours? See, the question is no longer, does your business rank? The question is, does your business make the recommendation set? That's where the money is. And you may never know how many customers you lost because AI never mentioned your name. New conversation. Everybody talking about AI. They holding prompting classes. They teaching you how to make graphics, how to write emails, how to create videos, how to produce captions, how to automate tasks. All of that got value. But hardly anybody teaching our businesses the other side of the equation. Now you can use AI every day and still operate a business that AI doesn't understand. Because AI, it needs clarity, needs depth, needs context, needs to understand clearly and concisely, who are you? What exactly do you provide? Who do you serve? What problem do you solve? What products and services do you offer? Where do you provide them? Like literally, what is your service area? What differentiates your company from the competition? What evidence or experience supports your authority? When should you be recommended? Now, an owner may know all of that in their head. The customers who supported the business for 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years may know it. The church may know it. The neighborhood may know it. But don't assume artificial intelligence automatically knows what the community knows. It can only work from the information that's been clearly documented and made available to it. Your real world reputation must be converted into digital evidence. That is the new digital divide that nobody talking about, that we got to bring to the forefront of the conversation this Black Business Month. See, the original digital divide was about whether people had access to computers and the internet. The next digital divide for the business community is about whether or not artificial intelligence systems can understand you. Now, some businesses, they're going to have clear, detailed, consistent information available for the machines to interpret. Other businesses may be still represented by a NAP. You're going to sleep? No, a name, an address, and a phone number. You might have an outdated Facebook page, vague IG bio, Instagram flyer, Facebook flyer somewhere in the algorithm river. You got a logo. You got a business description, listen to me, that says stuff like, we provide quality service. We're committed to excellence. We treat everybody like family, and that might communicate your values to other humans. But AI, like, what does that mean? doesn't explain your business. I mean, being black owned is important. Being family owned is important. Being faith based, so enough important. Community centered, extremely important. But those statements alone do not tell a customer, nor an artificial intelligence system, what you sell, whom you serve, where you operate, and why you are the correct answer to a particular and specific request. A business can be excellent and still be digitally unclear, y'all. Nonprofit can change lives and be digitally unreadable. Ministry can serve hundreds of families, be used by God magnanimously, and still be almost impossible to discover outside of its existing congregational footprint. In the new AI economy, digital confusion can become economic exclusion. Digital confusion, economic exclusion, not because somebody formally rejected us. We may simply not be named, not cited, not summarized, not recommended, not contacted. Google been telling us about it for a while now. November 2021, shifted its entire small business platform, Google My Business, to Google Business Profiles. Shifted the number one and number two determinants of ranking from AdWord keyword to relevancy of search, specific geographic location, distance, and prominence. Relevance asks how closely the business matches what the customer is seeking. Distance considers where the business and customers are located. Prominence considers how established and recognized the business appears. Now think about that. How can a system determine relevance when the business itself has never clearly explained what it does? How in the world can it match you to the right customer when your service descriptions are vague? How can it understand your service area when your locations are incomplete? How can it identify your authority when your years of experience, your practical case studies, your reviews, your partnerships, and your accomplishments have never been properly organized? And for years, too many of our businesses were told that the digital marketing meant purchasing an ad, stuffing the AdWords and the keywords into a web page and just post another graphic. Now just dance to this music, just shake your money maker. No. Graphics are not a business information strategy, y'all. Flyers are not an authority system, and a social media bio is not a complete digital identity. You want to be a CEO of your business, you got to step up and do big business. An old SEO only approach is no longer enough for the recommendation era. Google said it, I said it, them the facts. Big facts. SEO helped us get discovered, rank. Now we're in the age of GEO, generative engine optimization. It helps strengthen the clarity, the depth, the youthfulness, and authority of information used in AI-assisted discovery, y'all. We need both. But our community first must understand the difference. This August, Black Business Month, cannot be another 31 days of telling people to support Black businesses without building the infrastructure that helps them find, understand, and support our businesses. Sales keep businesses open, y'all. Customers keep businesses open. Contracts keep businesses open. Referrals, they keep businesses open. Relevant information helps businesses make better decisions. So, listen to my term, AI readability should be one of the first issues being taught by every chamber of commerce, every business association, every professional business ministry and or organization that cares about, professes to care about small business survival. Because as more and more people ask AI for recommendations, the businesses that cannot be clearly understood may slowly disappear from the digital consideration set. They'll still exist physically, still produce outstanding service, but the new systems helping customers make decisions may not know enough to recommend them. That's why this is an emergency, but it's also an extraordinary opportunity. I didn't come to just talk about the problem. I came to provide a solution. We spent enough time discussing what needs to be built. So the geniuses at Urban Success University, they built it. They built the Kingdom Marketplace, the digital resurrection of Progress Plaza. And we're introducing it to the world as the world's first AI-powered generative engine optimized entrepreneurial ecosystem and Kingdom Business Community Referral Network. Not another conference, not another speech, not another shallow campaign. We provided our community with a deliverable. Now, an entrepreneurial ecosystem is not a directory, all right? Those were pre-COVID, antiquated, finito, over with, all right? We need more than a list of businesses. AI don't read a list of businesses. So Kingdom Marketplace is a connected environment where businesses can establish a digital presence, showcase their products and services, publish their blog articles, promote their events, share their videos. They can receive overwhelming entrepreneurial, technological information, exchange referrals, establish and strengthen and build relationships and partnerships, and most importantly, remain connected to the knowledge they need as technology continues to change. Progress Plaza organizes businesses in the physical space. The Kingdom Marketplace organizes businesses in digital, geographic, relational, and knowledge space. Every single business in the Kingdom Marketplace receives the digital home. Every business that registers receives free AI smart matching activation. All you got to do, take about 5 and 10 minutes, fill out a Google form. Why a Google form, coach? Because the Kingdom Marketplace is fully integrated with Google Business Profiles, fully integrated with Google Maps, fully integrated with all the major social media marketing platforms, excuse me, and woven into our digital DNA, our search engine optimization, generative engine optimization, and a whole bunch of AI extras to improve your recommendation and understanding of the AI recommendation agents. So you take these 5-10 minutes and tell us who you are, what you do, how you do it, who you serve, what problem you solve, where you serve at, what product or service do you want people to know about, what type of customers do you need, what business and referral partners do you want to meet. And our AI smart matching engine is going to process that information, help organize that information into clearer public business profiles. Now, if you don't have a web page, don't worry about it, because every profile is its own individual web page inside of the Kingdom Marketplace. Now, if you don't have a website, that's going to provide you with the foundational digital home. It's going to turn your digital lights back on. You're no longer going to be just a nap. Ain't going to be sleeping on you. No longer just a name, address, and telephone number. People can now understand clearly and concisely what you provide. My gift to you. You can't beat them giving, right? We got to be go-givers instead of takers from the marketplace, right? Well, Zig Ziglar said that if you help enough people get what you want, or what they want, you can get what you want. You know what I want? I want God to get glory from our story. Would you participate? Now, businesses that want to have deeper implementation, you can become what we refer to as founding category pillars. Now, that just means that we're going to help clarify your ideal avatar. That's your ideal customer. Help you better identify the problems you serve, your principal services, your categories, your geographic service areas, your founder authority, your differentiators, what sets you apart from the competition, your trust signals, your frequently asked questions, your recommendation triggers for the AI recommendation agents, your profile. It can start for free, but you can grow it to unlimited depths. It can grow from a digital home to a complete digital business headquarters or ecosystem inside the ecosystem. You can showcase your products, publish your individual services. You can post your articles, promote and post your events. You can share videos. You can share updates. You can, in essence, build a connected body of information around your business that isn't dependent upon these algorithms shifting every week, every day, some every hour. You do not have to wait until you can afford every separate technology platform before you begin showcasing to the world the gift that God has given you to give them. You can begin right here. And this is what I love the most about it. This isn't a faceless transaction, right? This is what makes our economic model so much different. We're a social entrepreneurial enterprise ministry. We don't separate ministry from business. We use business to do ministry. All of the advanced implementation work that you receive, it's performed, it's provided, it's delivered by the geniuses of Urban Success University. My baby girl geniuses, brilliant and gifted. GEBs, Goddess Empire Builders, God's gifted entrepreneurs in training. They're learning artificial intelligence. They've learned it, but they're under our founder, Yolanda Denise King, they were creative artists. With me, my second school year, my second decade as chairman, our founding dean, they just little AI artisans. They're learning business research, professional writing, client services. They're really getting amazing at project management, digital marketing, content development, practical entrepreneurship, generative engine optimization. They own it. And they're positively perpetuating income, building their portfolios, performing real work for real businesses. Your business builds its authority. One of my USU geniuses, she's building her future. Community gets economic power. She gets portfolio establishment. God get glory, both of y'all get the bag. That's kingdom reciprocity at its finest. Now listen, y'all, I didn't start this when AI became popular. I've been behind the entrepreneurial and technological curtain with Fran Tarkenton at Go Small Biz since Sully, the line of Zion of that generation before y'all got this one. Reverend Dr. Leon Howard Sullivan Jr. placed me there in 1999 with William Herbert Gray III and Mr. Chicago Jersey Joe, Joseph Lawrence Roberts. Now watch. Hundreds of thousands, like literally 480,000 plus small businesses get supported through that entrepreneurial ecosystem. And outside of that, God allowed me to be used by him to work with 403 individual churches and community organizations to develop business networks, church and community business directories across 13 states. We literally registered about 48,000 businesses, nonprofits, and ministries. You do the math, 48,000, 480,000. God's allowed me to see 520,000 entrepreneurs come across my desk in the past 27 years. I don't know it all. I did know a little bit. Just a little bit. About what entrepreneurs need to succeed. I don't know it all. I know a little bit. A little bit about what entrepreneurs need to not just stay alive, but to really thrive. Let me tell you what I know that 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 I know. I know every entrepreneur, every aspiring entrepreneur, every business owner, big business, little business, small business, independent, for whatever the company you represent, going to bed at night with the same question right here in the back of the brain. Might ask yourself differently across socioeconomic, gender, and ethical lines. How can I get a bigger bag? That's the question. Some folks said, how can I drive more revenue through my business? Now, I'm not a billion-dollar tech owner yet. From the dirt, let's get it. But let me give you advice on one. Y'all ever heard of Tom Walton? Tom Walton was the founder of IBM. Give me his Dun & Bradstreet real quick. My man's a 40-year-old felon. His wife left him. His kids disowned him. He got kicked out of the town he grew up in. A lot of folk have been in the corner with a towel over their head. Took, woe is me. My man's a poster boy for persistence. Right? One way to learn how to do something right is do it wrong. Keys don't stay there. He took his idea from a penny to $1 billion, would it be? In the middle of a depression. We learned from a guy like that. Let me tell you what he said. Tom Walton said, all business comes down to sales. He defines sales as a transfer of enthusiasm. He defined enthusiasm as intimate knowledge of the problem and intimate knowledge of the solution you have to solve that problem. Now, unpack it. All business comes down to sales. Facts. You don't make no money till you get a prospect that becomes a customer. Enthusiasm. Sales is enthusiasm. Intimate knowledge of the problem, an intimate knowledge solution you got to solve the problem. Find a hurt and heal it. Find a void and fill it. Okay. All right. Let me tell you what I know. I know sales. Now, I know there's only two ways of increasing your sales. All right. You either offer more products and services. I ain't got that for you. Or you put your existing portfolio of products and services in front of more people. Now, right now in Georgia, right, we did 46 directories. We registered 8,200 business owners. Those are more than names in the database. I stood in your narthex. I stood in your fellowship hall. I looked you in your eyeballs before I was beyond the non-compete to the non-disclosure. And I told you God was building something. All right. And so we here now. Told you in Internet Reset, I'd be back. Hey y'all, I'm back. The publications, the directories, they were never the final result, y'all. They were the first step. They documented the businesses. The Kingdom Marketplace, y'all remember this? Identify, connect, equip, to transform. We identify us, Kingdom business owners, Kingdom Marketplace leaders, Kingdom inspiring entrepreneurs, and we get connected through this ecosystem to promote our products and services, our blogs, our information, right? Establish and strengthen relationships. And then, you're going to be equipped with the principles, the skill sets, the philosophies and disciplines you need to succeed. The funding resources, the AI understanding and practical application to your business in a way that up-levels your bottom line. Yeah, and the personal and entrepreneurial development that you've been thirsty for, hungry for. I got your back. I'm on your side. Can you tell? See, we've converted decades of relationships into living digital economic infrastructure. We're not starting nothing from scratch. Right now, before I flick the geo switch, there's already over 500 businesses that are registered Now look, watch this. I removed over 400 businesses that were registered from outside of the continental United States. 80% of them registered from Dubai and across the pond, London. What does that mean? That means that we're digitally dumb and we got to step it up. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Your friends tell you what you need to hear or you want to hear. Your coach, I got to tell you what you need to hear the way you need to hear it. We digitally dumb. But I got your back. We're going to get the information you need to succeed. Every business now has the opportunity, as I said, to get AI smart matching. Now, this is the second decade. The Kingdom Marketplace is the deliverable. I told you that. Oh, I forgot. It's the deliverable of what, coach? Of the United Nations first decade-long celebration of people of African descent. 2014 to 2024. 2025. Guess what? The United Nations proclaimed the second international decade of people of African descent, January 1, 2025 to December 31st, 2034. We standing on it. 3 pillars. Recognition, justice, and development. We recognize what previous generations have built. And we're continuing that struggle for justice. But development, y'all, lean in. It means we must build something for future generations to inherit. The Kingdom Marketplace is that deliverable, built by our students, our children, young adults. Creates digital infrastructure for our businesses, paid opportunities for our urban daughters, creates a centralized place for our products, for our services, for our events, for our knowledge, for our referrals, for our select patronage. Oh, let's talk about it. Boycott don't do nothing for us, y'all. Don't circulate dollars in our community. Doesn't empower our businesses, doesn't train our businesses, doesn't train our youth, doesn't provide jobs. Withdrawing our economic support from somebody else's economy doesn't build ours. We love ML. We salute him for being a moral conscience to the nation, but he didn't have nor develop an economic plan. It was given to him. And it wasn't Operation Breadbasket. It was select patronage. When he brought Sullivan down October 62, it was to train ministers in Atlanta on this economic model where we were withdrawing our economic support to them, from companies that get paid on our communities, don't reinvest in our communities, and by their actions, not their words, show us they don't give a crick about our communities. And we're withdrawing our support from them, and we're selecting our patronage. We're redirecting it over to companies from our community who care about our community, that are building our community. Well, the first step in withdrawing our economic support from them and redirecting it to us is having one place where we all are. The directories were great, but we're over the silos. We got to utilize technology to step it up, y'all. Right? No longer are we limited by the denominational, congregational, organizational, community lines and boundaries. Now, business in Albany do business with somebody in Savannah. Church in Columbus be able to connect with some partners over there in Atlanta. Like we're utilizing technology to provide overwhelmingly powerful resources to under-resourced areas. This is not about surviving the AI transformation. It's about thriving in the AI transformation. It doesn't matter how large, how small your business is. Somebody needs what you provide. Somebody's going to search for it. Somebody's going to ask AI to be recommended to someone who does what you do. And I want us to be prepared to affirm to you. Take 5-10 minutes. It's free. I don't know what y'all say. It's free. It's for me. We're a ministry. Should be no financial barrier to you beginning the journey of making your ministry, your business, your nonprofit AI readable. I don't know what they're doing, but tell us who you are, what you do, how you do, what you do it. Turn your lights back on. Become a part of the Kingdom Referral Network. Learn what's changing. Connect with other entrepreneurs. And when you're ready, then become a category pillar. Anchor your position inside of the ecosystem. See, Black Business Month 2026 can't only be about celebrating businesses we already know. It's got to be about preparing those businesses and the rest of us for the future that's already arrived. We're not simply teaching our businesses how to use AI. We're helping our businesses become understandable, discoverable, referable, and recommendation ready in the age of AI generative engine optimization. We're not waiting for somebody else to build it. We built it. Last decade, now we're populating it. Digital resurrection of Progress Plaza, Kingdom Marketplace. Bring your product, bring your service, bring your ministry, bring your blog, bring your body of knowledge. Please. Pretty, please. Bring your gifts. Because we need them. Them folk not coming to save us. We got to save ourselves. It's built by us, for us. Y'all wanted a network that we own. We don't own LinkedIn. We don't own Facebook. We don't own Instagram. We don't own TikTok. We own the Kingdom Marketplace. And as your founder, I want to thank you in advance for getting registered, because it's a joint effort. We all growing together. We're all developing together. And during this Black Business Month, during this back to school blitz, 100% of the implementation is being paid out of our Virginians. Everybody getting a free profile. Now, we will have annual and we will have lifetime investments, but not until September the 1st. Right now, it's free. Put a couple pennies in the pockets of our daughters. All right, pay it forward. Y'all know what it is, and y'all know the vibes. I love y'all almost as much as the Father. On behalf of the Father, I hope you view this time that we've shared as we kick off Black Business Month, as I do, as time invested, not time spent. You know, it's a plum pleasing pleasure and a privilege. Prophetically, for me to serve you on behalf of the Father, told you I love you almost as much as he does. I look forward to seeing you real soon at an upcoming event and or in the membership section. I got some goodies going to bless your life for the rest of your life. You know, we personally curated these 101 Kingdom business prompts that literally take you from idea to Kingdom business operating system, step by step. Each one is built upon the next. Help you design or identify your ideal avatar, map out your customer journey, right? Your social media, your offers. It's free. It's in the membership section. I'll meet you there. Not now, right now. Love you almost as much as he does. Have an amazing day on purpose, and never, ever forget the Father made each and every single one of you amazing on purpose. It's Black Business Month. Let's build our businesses.